My name is Louise Welsh. I'm not going to tell you my age because I think people judge you on age. I'm a working writer. I can tell you a party I wouldn't join. I would never join the Tory party. I've never voted Tory. But I guess by allegiance, I would say I'm a socialist, but I haven't found a party that I can wholeheartedly embrace. So I'm a working writer without a safety net. And I think if you're a working writer without a safety net, you don't only write one thing. So I write novels, I've written libretto for opera. I work at the University of Glasgow 2 days a week. I'm professor of creative writing there. I've written short stories, I've written plays, I've written all sorts of things. And I'm lucky that over the last 30 years, I've managed to work in different mediums and to keep on going. I was born in the city of London, which is a great tragedy. My dad was in the RAF and he and my mum were down in London. And I really think they could have got the train back. If you're lucky, you get a commission. So somebody might say to you, okay, would you write me a short story? It's got to be 2,000 words and I want it by I want it by the end of March. And so that in that case, the form has come first. But when it's a bigger piece, so when it's a novel, the idea comes first. And it has to be an idea that you're willing to live with for quite a while. I think opera's a bit, I like collaborations, and I've done 4 operas with my friend Stuart McRae, who's a composer. And in that case, Stuart and I work together and we bash out lots of ideas. And I like that process. You've got the desire to work together, you've got the desire to make something, but you don't necessarily know what the idea is, and you compose that idea. We were young, we traveled around a lot because my dad was in the RAF. So I think I was conscious of it from the start in the way that people who are away from home are conscious of their nationality, if you get, because that's there because it's not to be taken for granted. Food, language, and I guess the connection with grandparents, that idea, so the awareness that there was a home that wasn't the home where you were at, if that makes sense. COVID experience, like everybody else, it's been, up and down, really up and down. And that it's hard to look back to those first days when I think, like everybody else, there's a lot of trouble sleeping because you can't see ahead. You don't know what this means. At the same time, I'm a working writer. I've got to write. I had a contract for a book. And sometimes you just have to sit and you put the hours in, and eventually, if you put the hours in, you get something and you begin to get back into your groove. But like every writer working on a novel, you're thinking, well, what does it mean in terms of society? And then society impacts on your novel. If you're someone that writes about contemporary society, as I try to do, then the COVID experience is something that has to inhabit the book.
Across the skies, the world goes round. I look out into your eyes, the world goes round, round, round and
round. Water. Adam's ale. I don't think I'm qualified to answer whether alcohol is good or bad for Scotland. We have a very passionate relationship with alcohol. I know a lot of people that don't drink a lot at all because the relationship was too passionate with alcohol. For me tonight, probably just a gin and tonic, a glass of wine. I was in New Zealand when the Brexit vote went, and I was very glad that I had taken a proxy vote. And I was kind of shocked that it went through, and I think it means I didn't have my finger on the pulse in the way that I thought it went, that I thought I did. I think people were lied to. I think that bus, I don't understand how it's all right to put a big lie on the side of a bus. And then when people believe it, to tell them that it wasn't there. I think all of that, yeah, we have to wait and see how things play out because we're in the position that we're in right now. So I'm going to add a belter. I'm going to add Hamish Imlach, Twa Corbies.
As I was walking a lane, I heard Twa Corbies making a main.
And I'm adding it because I've been listening to this a lot. I've been listening to Hamish Imlach a lot. I'd like you to play the live version though. There's one, it starts off, and maybe this is a kind of lockdown response because he's somewhere really kind of noisy and busy. And I imagine it's the Paisley Folk Club or something. It is a brilliant list, but you know, I decided in 2 seconds. Crazy.